Hi, Stavi. So I'm having this problem right now where I've kind of been taught to use witchcraft.
Oh yes, here we go, bitch.
And it was fine, like just tarot cards and shit like that. Like,
wow, dude, you should have put this in the cheek zone.
so I'm having this problem right now where I've kind of been taught to use witchcraft since I was little, and it was fine, like just tarot cards and shit like that, like normal, nothing unusual. Awesome. I'm like, okay, this is probably fake. But then when I started dating people, if someone really fucked me over, my mom would like ask for an article of their clothing and then hex them. And then usually something really bad would happen. Like this one guy tore his groin skiing the next day. Another guy like crashed his Pontiac.
She made him crash his Pontiac?
So then I kind of forgot about it, went to college. Did it to this guy that cheated on me. He got scabies the next day, which was crazy, resurrected like some 1800 shit.
Scabies?
And then the only other time I've personally hexed anyone was my ex-boyfriend, and the next day there were hundreds, like I'm talking hundreds, possibly even thousands of dead bees,
this
like
so cool,
all over the basement where I did the hex. It was actually insane. There were eyewitnesses to this. I swear on my life. It was crazy. Craziest thing that's ever happened. So the problem I'm having now is I don't know if I should like be a good witch or a bad witch because I think I could be a bad witch for good. And my issue right now is my best friend has a roommate who's really, really like shitty to him. And I want to hex the roommate, and I have one of his socks. But I'm afraid something really bad's going to happen to him. And I'm trying to be a force for, like, positivity in the world. But also, if I'm just re-delivering people's karma to them, is that not making the world a better place?
Right. There was an episode of My Name is Earl about this.
There's actually, it's funny that you bring this up. There's an episode of Bosch that was right.
No, Bosch does not deal with the occult. Bosch, it's all just good detective work. And just gumption that gets Bosch to solve his cases.
Wow, I love that you are being sought out for this ethical dilemma from 1729.
Yeah, I mean this is crazy, obviously, and this is insane that you're saying this. Okay, here's my question: if you really think this is real, right? You can't get a little bit of like a deeper education in it. Like it's all like you just do the hex and then you just don't know the level of, because like, you know, if the roommate gets, like I said, food poisoning or something, like really bad food poisoning, that's one thing. But if they fucking get their leg amputated,
Pontiac.
if the Pontiac, it's like, how shitty is this roommate being? I think if you have these...
You need to educate. You need to get to platform 9 3/4 quick.
Yeah, you really
before
do.
somebody gets hurt.
She probably hates that. She's like, it's not like that. It's not. That's how Hollywood says it is. No one's British. What the fuck? So
here's.
Can you do what's a positive spell? Does that exist?
That's what I was gonna say. Like, how confident are you that you're in control of these powers and it's not just a coincidence? And the way to try would be like, okay, what if you have someone's article of clothing and have you ever tried like a positive thing? Had something good happen to a person who needs some good karma re-delivered to them? Because if it's all just bad stuff,
right?
It's like, how are you doing the hexes? How deliberate is it?
Yeah, did your mom cut the brake line?
She's like the Dexter of witches.
True.
But I also, and this is my take, and we have discussed this a lot.
Please.
But I don't think that revenge is ever the answer. I think it, because in my personal opinion, it just comes back to you harder.
Right.
Like, I don't think
What if there's an even more talented witch that hexes you?
Yeah, there's even more fucking bees.
Yeah.
No, I personally don't think, and I get that, I get that impulse because I'm very protective of my loved ones. loyalty to the death. But I don't think that you should be doing any harm. They do no harm.
Sure.
It's like the Hippocratic Oath.
Well, she's not a doctor.
Right. But in the 1700s,
that's true.
They were the only doctors.
That is true. You could only get treated by a witch.
But they didn't want women to have any way of making money, so they had to hang them all.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So I would say, I would honestly flip this, right? Do a couple positive spells. Let's see how that works. Can you fucking cast an orb of protection around your friend against the roommate? Can you make their life better?
That's beautiful.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about here? Why is it only hexes? I'm
kill them with kindness, but don't really kill them since that seems to be a concern.
And it's like, if you really want to try, like, how can we get her somebody really evil's socks?
Yeah, or you know what? And it sounds like you don't have much control over this, which to Stav's point, like maybe we could look into some education or something. But maybe you could make your magic have sort of a mischievous turn, so it's more fun and silly versus sinister.
Right.
You know, maybe you could just like all of a sudden, I don't know, someone gets like wings for a day or something.
Wings.
And they're like, what the fuck are these wings?
I think that's too powerful. She doesn't have wing magic.
Oh, all right. Okay, fair.
You know, like, that'd be cool as fuck if she was like, somebody got wings. But I like what you're thinking.
I got really carried away because I love witches and magic.
Sure. Well, what if it's something like every time they fucking, they hiccup, a little bubble comes out?
Yeah, or their voice starts you make them talk like a helium balloon, you know?
Yep. That's good.
I think that would be really cool.
How about this? Or it looks like they're wearing lip gloss, but they don't see it. And everyone who asks them, they're like, "Hey, are you wearing lip gloss?" They're like, "No."
I'm not fucking wearing lip gloss.
Why does everybody keep fucking asking me that? That's kind of funny.
That's funny.
You know?
Now we're getting somewhere.
We're cooking. We're starting to cook stuff up.
Make them step in some dog poop or something when
there you go.
They're out and about.
Classic.
Let's go. That's a good
dog
one.
Shit. Classic.
Oh, make their shoelaces tie together. Cartoon style.
Yep. A bird shits on them 3 times in one day.
Yeah.
Because even 2, you could be like, well, that's weird, bad
crazy.
luck. But 3, you're like, you start going crazy.
You're
if that
like,
happens 3
someone's
times.
out to get me. I did something bad. This is my retribution.
Yep.
I had actually, when I was I was doing like Rooster Teeth Feathers or something, and I was in the hotel, and it was actually a cute hotel, but someone, like, every morning, the maintenance people would bring a leaf blower in the hallway, in the hallway outside the door, and I was like, oh no, this is specific to me.
Yeah,
this is my
That's insanity.
My deepest.
What time?
Like early.
Brutal.
And I would be like, oh, this is my number one thing that someone could do to me
to drive me insane,
to make me like, this is my Guantanamo Bay, you know. And I was like, oh, I had that thought. I was like, this is a specific karmic retribution. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, maybe you are a bad person.
Maybe.
Next question, Eldest. Good luck out there, witch.
Good luck, witch.
Can you cast a 2-inch growth spell? You know what I'm saying? I'm not greedy. Just give me 2 extra inches. That's all I need.
I would also love a pair of fake cans with no breast implant illness.
That'd be
if
cool.
Possible.
Yeah. Just now, that's a power. Making tits big. If that's true,
use your powers for good, babe.
If that's true, I'm going to wizard school.
I would love to go to wizard school.
I'm just making big cans all across America, like fucking Doctor Strange. I'm making tits juicy all across the USA.
This is